Hi, this is Richard Pitt at Aldermore Community Farm. I'm the farm manager, and I'm just making this video to ask for your help and invite you to be part of what we're doing here. I'm sending it out mostly to friends and family and contacts, so you probably know about the farm already. You know that 7 years ago now it is, 4 of us clubbed together to buy the land with the vision of setting up a community farm. And our first volunteer was Kathy, my wife. She gave up 2 days a week of her work to be here. And as we were thrashing through the jungle of brambles and nettles and sorting all that out, we were also thrashing through our vision of why are we doing this, what's it all about? And it's born out of our experience of the love of God and the beauty of his creation. And the phrase that we came up with was nurturing the potential of people and land. You know, we are here to nurture the potential of people and land. We believe that everybody is made unique and wonderful and has wonderful things to do. And we believe that the land itself is a wonderful thing too. And we know human decisions throughout the century have caused a lot of problems, but still there's great potential, and that's what we're about here. And in some ways it's a miracle to me that we're still here 7 years later. And that's my story really, of the kindness and goodness of God, blessing what we're doing here and helping us in all sorts of ways and with all sorts of people. And so we are here today. And you don't have to share my perspective about God to be part of the farm. We have all sorts of people. Often people say they find the peace and tranquility here. They just love to be here. It's a good place to be. And so where are we up to on the farm now? Well, about half the farm, as you can see behind me, is narrow vegetable beds where we've got 24 of those all over the place. And the other half is free range meadows for our chickens and ducks to enjoy. And earlier this year, in January, Louisa and I spent 4 days planning down to the last detail all the things we're going to grow this year. Louisa's paid to work 2 days a week and managing the vegetables, and she has done that for the rest of the year since then, making sure we sow things on time, we plant them out on time and so on. And it leaves me as the farm manager to manage volunteers. And we've got a real wonderful army of volunteers this year. Even through lockdown, we've been able to keep going, and we work hard, we have fun, we celebrate our successes, we make the occasional mistake, but it's just a wonderful thing, all the volunteering that's going on 3 days of the week here. And then the produce goes into our shop. And last year we employed a shop manager for the first time, Emma. She did a great job, and now Claire, someone else, is carrying that on, with Megan on Saturdays as a shop assistant. And the shop is great. It's really grown as part of the community too. We have a lot more customers, people we know well. They enjoy coming to the shop, and we've got a much wider spread of produce and products available in the shop now. So as we look to the future, one thing we really need to get sorted on the farm is a kitchen. You can't do sustainable food production without eating it, cooking it, preserving it. And so in front of me over there is our big industrial unit of a barn, and we've got some wonderful plans a friend has drawn up for us to show how we could build a kitchen in there, a teaching space, open plan kitchen, improve the shop, a cold store, and offices and volunteer space all in that barn. It's amazing. So that's where we're going in the future, is the kitchen. But also we want to develop more employment opportunities. You know, it's my dream that young people will get a taste for working the land. It's a noble and good thing to produce this healthy food, and I want young people to have the opportunity to do that. And what's really exciting to me is we've got an influx of 16 to 18 year olds at the moment, and their energy, enthusiasm, soaking up knowledge, and just being a very important part of our community now. And beyond that, we'd like to help other community gardens get set up. You know, we've learned a few things over here, we've made loads of mistakes, we've got quite good infrastructure. We could quite quickly help someone with compost, baby plants, a bit of advice, and you get a community garden going quite quickly. And I'm also seeing that what we're doing here is almost like a seed for the local economy and for all sorts of benefits there are of market gardening. I think there could be a lot more employment in market gardening, and then producing healthy food, and reducing carbon, transport miles and things like that. And the market gardening movement, I hope, will grow over the years, and in some way this farm will be a seed and a contribution towards that. So there's great things going on the farm, and key to our success is the part-time roles we've created in the last year, with Louisa on the land, with Claire and Megan in the shop. And funding those roles, we had some savings built up, and now the shop itself is coming on stream as almost like a donation or a funding, a grant, that's the word, every month. Because after paying for all the cheese and other things that we buy in to sell, we're making about £2,000, which is great. It's not enough yet, and it's definitely going to grow, because as every time we take flyers out to the local community, deliver to more houses, we get more customers, and we're just keeping on pegging away at that. But there's also a change in my personal circumstances which affects this. I'm paid 2 days a week, and I volunteer the rest of the week. I'm here full time. And that's worked fine in the last few years, because my wife is a nurse and her wages have subsidised me in that respect. But she's coming up for early retirement now. So from October, end of October, Kathy's going to be here 2 days a week as a volunteer, and we need to sort out our cash flow in our household. And our plan is, with the trustees, that I will be paid for 4 days a week by that stage. And so we do need to find more income for salaries. So that's my ask for help. Would you consider helping us in that? And to get things started, we've actually got some matched funding available. And this means if we can raise £1,000 in donations by the end of September, then that will be matched by another £1,000, which would be a great start as we head off into this new sort of financial regime and as everything comes together. So thank you very much for listening this far, and I really appreciate it.